Is the camera?
It is.
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome back to the 3-hour news show now, where you are watching our signature segment, to See the Stories. Now, as we mentioned earlier, we have a special guest today.
Yes, but we're not here to talk about her entertainment career because we want to focus on her talent. I love a woman with great talent. So without further ado, let's welcome diving expert Kirana Larasati in our studio, who will give us a beginner's guide to diving. Good evening, Kirana.
Good evening, welcome.
Good evening.
So this is something that I've actually always been interested in. I know my sister dives. Do you have anyone who dives in your family?
The family, no.
Interested in trying?
Yes.
Your sister dives.
My younger sister does.
Your younger
Yeah,
sister.
yeah.
Scuba diving or
Scuba.
scuba diving?
But recently we've seen a lot of different kinds of diving, right? We've seen all these people trying to become the mermaids, the free divers.
That's free
right?
diving, yes.
So what's actually the difference between free diving, scuba diving, and then there's snorkeling?
Okay, so as it said, the free diving is like you don't have any gear on you. So you only hold on one breath and one breath only to complete your dive. And scuba diving, we need gears, we need regulators, we need oxygen, not oxygen, we need air to breathe underwater to help us like dive longer underwater.
And then,
And snorkeling is just...
oh, right.
Snorkeling actually, the other words for that is skin diving. But snorkeling is you are actually on the surface, like you are only use your mask and only wear the, what's that name I never use?
The breathing straw.
Right?
Yeah, that one, to like help you breathe from the surface. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Again, there's so many of them. I did it once a long time ago, back in 2004. So I don't know what that actually called. Was it?
Wait, that one called snorkel. That's why it's snorkeling. Snorkel. Oh my
right,
God.
but you stay on the surface. You don't really go under. Okay, so if you go under, that's called
diving.
scuba.
No, I mean if you're still like you. Because it's quite different as well, free diving and snorkeling. Like free diving, you're really like holding your long
To go really, really
breath
deep.
and you go very deep. Snorkel, if you go like just for saying hi to the fishes, it's just snorkeling.
Okay.
So snorkeling is more on the surface.
More on the surface.
More on the surface.
Okay. Now we know that when you're doing this, you definitely have to have the ability to kind of hold your breath. Now, is that
That's a free diving?
right? Free diving, just in general. Then, do you have to be in a like good physical condition?
Very.
So, if you have any type of condition, it's best not to do it, or
well, you can practice and you can like exercise your body to have a longer breath.
okay.
To longer hold your breath.
Yes.
But yeah, you really need to be very fit to do free diving.
How is scuba diving? Because I understand that there's a difference, right? Because both go deep, but free diving is something completely different.
It's a sport. Free diving is a sport.
Yeah, I respect anyone who trains for it because it is very rigorous. But scuba diving, like people can do that recreationally as well. Does it take a specific health requirements as well?
Okay, so as a beginner or you're new students or you're actually already a scuba diver and you're taking new license, you need to complete another form, your health form. That you will need to check the boxes if you have lungs condition, heart condition, any surgeries, diabetes, anything about it's very complete. And if you tick any box, then it doesn't mean you cannot join the course.
Okay.
It doesn't mean you cannot scuba diving, but you need doctor's permission.
Yeah.
Right.
The letter for us to be like allow you to join the course.
Okay.
Yeah. Or join the trip. Yeah.
Right. Very extensive.
Even
checklist.
actually in scuba diving, if you are disabled, like you don't have, let's say, arms or legs, or even you're blind or deaf, you can scuba
Still
dive.
can do it.
Yeah.
So that brings the question that I was thinking about. So correct me if I'm wrong, so you don't really have to know how to swim, per se, when you're doing diving.
It will be better if you
It
know
will
how
be
to
better if,
swim,
right.
but there are some students, new students that didn't know how to swim before or have like trauma. Like maybe almost drowned before when
Right.
they're young, and they're like have like phobia of the water, but they want to overcome it. They want to achieve something in their life, then they can overcome it. Yeah.
Alright.
So it's
will
it's
not
again
prevent you
you
from-
need to like connect to the right instructors, or you be friends first, and you get the vibe, and you feel like this is the right person that can guide me. Then
Yes.
you can do it.
I find it really interesting because I've always wanted to know, like, how deep can you dive in scuba diving? And are there different licenses for different depths?
Yes.
Yes.
Actually, very, very deep you can go. Like, okay, I know some people not from Indonesia. Some famous people in scuba diving industry. They went to 250 meters with many tanks.
150
yeah.
meters.
Yeah. Some
Okay.
of them succeed, some of them didn't.
150 meters.
150
though.
meters,
Okay,
that's-
my body feels like it's gonna blow up in like 7 meters because it does, right? The
Right.
water pressure is very different the deeper
Yes.
you go.
Yes.
And you don't.
And also,
doesn't it require training as well to be?
yes,
able
yes,
to
very,
hold
very,
yourself?
very. Like, okay.
Oh, it's your necklace. Excuse me.
So.
There you go. Okay.
Very good.
So actually, if we're talking about very, very deep, it's called technical diving.
Yeah.
So we're not going to talk about that because this is a beginner's
Beginner,
guide
yes.
to
Right,
diving.
right.
So
Yeah.
we're talking about beginner's guide to diving. It's we're talking about recreational. So
Yeah.
recreational is for our agency. It's maximum in 40 meters.
40.
40.
40.
That's pretty deep.
Deep.
I know.
yeah.
Yeah,
40 is still pretty deep.
It
right?
sounds.
It's like
Yeah,
that is the
Yeah.
limit, like the deepest for we
Beginner
call it
can go.
recreational.
Recreational.
But
right.
for beginner, it's like 18 meters.
Okay.
All right, all right. So we're talking
the-
about the recreational when you again say you go to Bali and then you take that the scuba diving.
Mm-hmm.
That one is actually going to go only take you what 18 meters is that or 40 is actually the maximum that you can
It
go?
depends on your object. Like
Okay.
when you
Alright.
go into the water, me personally, I want to know what I'm looking for. Like what is my
Okay.
expectation, what is my objective. Let's say in Bali now it's mola season, right? We can expect them if on the surface is quite warm. We need to go deeper to get to the cold water because they love cold water. So it might like in 25, 30. But if like very, very cold, already very cold on the surface, we can like just 10 meters and we already see them.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
So we were asking that because we wanted to know even like there are different kind of licenses that are required for you to be able to dive, right? Certain depths.
Okay, I'm gonna. Yeah.
Because you've already mentioned some of that. Okay.
I'm very passionate about this one.
Yes, yeah, you are.
That's good. That's good.
So you've brought some equipment to us, and what are the equipments that are necessary for us to be able to scuba dive? Like Rangga and I, we both have no idea.
Oh, yeah.
No idea.
Okay. So,
So,
if we're
beginner.
talking about equipment in scuba diving, every equipment is everything that we need. But if we're talking about the principle of scuba diving is breathing underwater. We don't hold our breath. We need to breathe from our air tank.
Okay.
Right? So this is the equipment to breathe underwater. This is like put in our mouth.
Yeah.
And we breathe from our mouth. And this connected to the air tank.
Okay.
Yeah, air cylinder.
Okay.
This is our lifeline.
Right.
Without this, then no scuba diving.
Okay.
Okay.
Then we have, I don't bring everything, yeah. I'm sorry because it's a lot.
Yeah.
The basic ones that.
So, yeah, mask, of course.
Yeah.
We need mask to be able to see underwater. Also, in scuba diving, our nose is also covered with the mask. So it actually makes it easier for us to breathe from our mouth.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, this one actually, even if like some incident happen. Like for example, it's broken, it's lost in the sea. If you're trained enough or like you're already very well underwater, you still can breathe as long as
As
this
long as you still have this
is in your
on,
mouth.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
This is like, okay, you just not panic. Just try
Right.
not to not panic. Just breathe from here. It's fine.
We'll
Okay,
do our best.
okay.
But underwater, yeah, without mask, it's all everything is blur. So if you see mermaid without that is
I
for
wonder if you
photo.
can
I
see
like to do that too. Sometimes I do some stunt like a circus underwater as well. I took off my mask. I pretend like I'm enjoying things. Actually, I didn't see anything.
But it makes a good photo, right?
makes
It makes a good photo.
yeah.
It
I
makes
mean,
a good
it's
photo.
fun. It's fun. Yeah, it's kind of blur. Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So, another
And that
one.
that's
Don't
the big
mistake
one.
fish for
I
mermaid,
will
Rangga.
not. Never.
So this one is BCD.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is called BCD. BCD stands for buoyancy control device.
Okay.
So this is, you can say this is your second lung.
Oh.
Yeah. So in scuba diving, we are not sinking and we are not going up.
Okay.
So we are in the
remain.
middle,
just-
on the depth that we want, and we are breathing as calm as possible and trying not to sink like overweight
Okay.
or going up because we have too much air. So this is how we manage the air that we have in our own lung, and if it's not enough, then we add here.
Oh, so advanced.
Yes,
And
It
it,
works
does
like
that
that.
automatically.
it's connected
To your tank?
to the tank as well. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, so is there like a sensor?
Like,
that
yeah, I
does
was
it
saying,
This
automatically?
one.
Sensor?
No. It's manually. We need to do it manually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, through that little.
Yeah, and then it will like boom, boom.
All right. So
Yeah.
when do you know that you have to do something with that?
Yeah.
How can you?
So when you enter the water, you at first you will sink because you have your own weight and your additional weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, you will sink, and when you're like take a deep breath, then your sinking speed will reduce or stop.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it all depends on the water pressure as well.
Yeah.
All right.
And then if you're still sinking, this is like a very, very simple example. Then you add more air to your buoyancy control device because this is already full, right?
Yeah.
Right.
In your lung. Then you add more. This is
Just
for,
like pressing that.
yes,
Okay.
just little by little.
So it
Yeah.
stables out, and then you.
And then you stay at that
Stay.
that
Then stay.
level
Yeah.
that you desire.
So,
Yeah.
so the challenge in diving is actually to not sink and to not go up.
It's a very, very important, basic, very, very basic skill in diving.
How to stay.
How to stay, because you don't want to like boom going to the like
Yeah.
in the sand or in the rock down there or in the coral,
Right.
and you don't want to going up too fast because it's going to be
can hurt
dangerous
you.
for your lung because
Yeah.
Right.
your lung expanding when you're going to the surface.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
Ooh,
So
very,
scuba
very-
diving is all like biology, physics, and science.
Yeah, you really have to. I mean, you really have to understand that for sure, right? But if you're doing it with an instructor, then you better listen. You better pay attention to what they're
Yes.
telling you, right?
There's a reason why you have to get a basics license first, and that's what they're
Sure.
going to teach you first, right?
Yes.
That's right. It's important.
Now I want to ask about another. Maybe this is part of the gear too.
Yeah.
The wetsuit.
Yeah, the wetsuit.
You know,
Yeah.
We need the wetsuit. It's cold.
I know. Can you talk about the wetsuit?
Yeah.
I mean, there's different kinds, right?
Have you ever seen my video diving without wetsuit? Well, I do have some. You don't have to
Okay.
scroll. I will tell you my story. I mean, to engage with my followers, to get them to like interested in my videos, I used to dive with bikini.
Oh wow.
And that actually doesn't matter because our water is warm.
Right.
True.
True.
It's only
Very
30
true.
degrees.
Yeah.
Seriously, it's
Okay.
like I can stay for 50 minutes to 60 minutes.
Without wearing one.
Yeah, just,
So-
yeah.
Why the wetsuit then?
Sorry.
So why do commonly people wear wetsuit when they dive?
Uh, because, okay, first is UV ray,
True.
yeah. Second is the coral.
When you're
Ah,
underwater.
to avoid injuries if you do.
Yes, because coral
crash
is
or
full of
something.
bacteria and poison as well.
Did not know that. Okay.
Yes,
you know.
and
Now I
do not touch. Even though it's beautiful, do not touch.
Really?
Because
Okay.
they can hurt you, you can hurt them. Yeah,
We're trying to preserve
Trying
corals
to
here.
preserve.
yeah, yes, it's very important.
Very, very important. Those are really new information.
Yes,
So
big
it's
time.
not just for the cold, but it's actually for safety.
For safety.
For safety reason, yeah, for safety reason. Also, it will give, it depends on the thickness, but it can give some buoyancy effect. Yeah, like for example, like when I wear thin wetsuit or no wetsuit, like I don't need a lot of weight, additional weight. Additional weight is like 1 kilo, 2 kilo, 3 kilo. Sometimes I don't need anything, just go. But when I wear 3 millimeters, then I will add 1 more kilo to my body because without it, I cannot go underwater because it's like the neoprene material or the other material, it will have positive buoyancy.
Right.
So it will help you,
It will help you
stay
go up.
Yeah,
It's kind of hard to like dive.
Yeah.
And then when I wore 5 millimeters, I will need like
Add more weight for sure.
2 to 3 kilo. Yeah.
Okay. And
Well-
there's got a lot of science behind it.
Yeah, I mean, that's why she
When you
mentioned
dive.
it. You got to know it all, the biology, the physics, or else you will
Not
not be
that
able to keep yourself safe underwater.
Yes.
But how long would it take to get a beginner's license?
The course itself is
Yeah.
only 4 days. max.
4 days, okay.
Only, like 1 day for class for the theory, and we can skip that because nowadays we have e-learning. So the students can start to learn at their home, and then when we meet, we just review. So we just need shorter time on the first day, and then we continue to pull. So we exercise all the skills that we need to do underwater, but in the pool. So it's like only 2 meters. So anything happen, you can like quickly go up without any effect on your body.
Okay.
And then the third day and the fourth day is going to the open water, which is the sea. Yeah.
Ah.
And how long do you stay? But how long is the duration when you're actually in the sea to finish to complete the course?
In our agency, to complete one dive is minimum 20 minutes.
Oh, 20 minutes only?
Actually,
Okay. I was
yes.
thinking
But
longer than that.
I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
when you go underwater
Right.
and you see the beauty, you want to stay longer.
Exactly. I was
Yes,
thinking
yes,
maybe
yes.
longer than that.
You
Than
want to-
20
An
minutes.
hour.
Now, you speaking of going underwater, this is something that, I mean, I've never, again, Sarah, sorry, I've done it a long time ago, diving. Something always, us humans, we can't control our mind per se. So what happens, or what do you tell divers when they're afraid of going in because they don't want to see something, they want to encounter anything, and then they just become too
Like
paralyzed to go in, like sharks or anything, like afraid because again,
Man.
I can swim, but again, knowing that when I swim in the open water, I might encounter this, then I
Yeah.
might freeze and I might not be able to do anything. So, but what do you say, or what do you do to ease that kind of anxiety?
The first important thing to start is to have the will to dive. That's already the first very important step
Yes.
from the student. Oh, they already like interested to dive.
Yeah.
Then it's very easy to encounter the next step. So, for example, we're like generation millennial,
Right.
Yeah, we grew up with a Jaw movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
the drama.
sharks are like.
Right.
So we are like the more experienced friends. We're gonna tell them, sharks actually afraid of us. In Indonesia, they're not aggressive at all. So they're not dangerous to us. We are dangerous to them. So
Okay.
this is the knowledge that we are like
Passing on.
explaining to them.
Right. Okay.
And also, maybe some like telling me I'm afraid of darkness.
Right.
Like
Claustrophobia.
yeah, claustrophobia.
Yeah.
But actually, underwater is not like that.
Yeah.
But usually, when they like wanted to start, they see the sea from the surface, which is like dark. Cannot see anything. Like
Right.
very deep. So whatever. What if there's monster? What if? But crocodile.
Yeah.
Whatever. Right. So yeah, I think the best way to do it is to like sharing our experience, sharing our stories, how we enjoy these dives, and also nowadays we have social media where we share our diving, so everyone can actually see the beauty that underwater is.
It is
Beautiful.
Under the
Yeah.
sea.
Down there is beautiful.
Well, speaking of sharing experiences, can you share with us some of your most unique diving experiences? A little birdie told us that you dove with Crocs.
Yeah.
Yes, I did.
Where?
Yeah,
In
we're gonna
Mexico.
take a
In
look.
Mexico. Wow.
Yeah.
So this is a video of.
This is it, right? This is the video?
Yes,
How,
that
How
one.
did that come about? How did that happen?
Yeah.
Well, actually, I had a Side Mount Summit in Mexico. It's like our community have that yearly. Yeah.
There you go.
And those fish also quite suspicious. I don't know what
There's
kind
the
of fish
Crocs,
is that.
right?
Yeah, so we're like taking the time to explore some dive sites in Mexico, and this is actually not the sea. This is a how to say in English, where the salt water and the fresh water meet.
Oh,
How to say
yeah.
in English?
Okay.
That one.
Yeah, I
Understand, but don't know
So
exactly too.
it's a slum, but there is a tunnel that connected to the sea.
Oh,
So when that's big.
Is it in a mangrove, a forest?
Mangrove.
Mangrove, there you go.
So when we got the briefing, our instructor told us that maybe if you're lucky you're gonna meet crocodile.
Oh, no
And then
way.
we're like, you're kidding? There's no crocodile. Like we really thought he's kidding.
Okay.
Because also this site also for beginners training, also for kids.
No way,
snorkeling.
really?
Yeah. When we met the crocodile, it's a little bit further from the entrance.
Okay. So
Yeah.
wait, is that you or are you the one
That's me.
taking the? Okay, that's you. Okay.
That's me. Yeah, that's me.
Okay.
The red hose.
Okay.
Yeah. When I got the signals from my body, like his eyes,
Yes.
like pointing to that direction, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh no, please tell me it's not. Please tell me it's not. Oh, I'm like,
So was it friendly? Did you?
Yeah, anything?
Are you supposed to get close or far away?
I didn't say hi, so I didn't know if he's friendly or not.
Oh my.
But from what I know, never there has never been an incident there or accident.
Oh, okay.
So my thought was like maybe he's already full, or he was not aware that we were there.
Yeah. All right.
We are trying our best to like
To
diving
be-
as calm as possible, not moving or going deeper,
Man,
because
this is too like you're from under this croc and then
yeah.
filming this, right?
Yeah. So
Darn.
yeah,
Is that considered a baby croc?
it's no. I think it's a
A little crocodile?
Yeah.
So it's
Alligator.
a baby.
it's a alligator.
It's an alligator.
Yeah, alligator.
Because crocodiles is in salt water, right? The saltwater crocs.
No, I think the both has two types.
Oh, okay.
But the difference is like
The alligator has longer. Was it
more alligator is more.
More pointy.
smaller? Okay, we need
Yeah,
to look it up.
Google
We need
it.
to
But
look it
we
up.
need to look it up. But for me, my question would be, because you've already experienced it in person, right? What tip can you give for a beginner who would encounter wild animals like that? As you mentioned.
Okay, don't. No,
Don't be curious, kitty.
Don't be curious. Now, this is not a joke.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, this is not a choice.
Yeah.
Like we didn't plan. Okay, in Indonesia, the high technology boat will have in the captain room, they will have all the monitors that will show this side has a crocodile, this side has
wow.
saltwater crocodile.
Very cool.
So we're going to like stay away from that
those
area.
sides. Okay.
If you encounter, what I can say is just keep calm. Keep calm and keep calm. Control your breath. Do not going to the surface.
Oh.
You just stay where you are when you encounter them.
I mean, I think it's better to go.
Right.
Okay, you would be running.
Exactly.
You think you'd be running.
You think that
because
you
this
have
is such
to-
an interesting thing because, like, you know, not everybody has experienced what you've experienced. You know, like apex predator.
Okay. So apex predator is like sharks.
Yeah,
right?
But don't you, if you see a saltwater croc, that's an apex predator as well.
Where you are, that's an apex.
True.
Yes.
Okay. What my thinking is, when you're on the surface, your fin is going to make big
Noise.
movement.
That thing.
Yeah,
That's gonna
noise,
attract them.
movement. It will attract more. If you're underwater, you can stay like a rock, like just
true.
and pray.
Right.
And pray.
Right.
And pray.
Oh my
Don't
goodness.
see me,
that's
don't see
not
me,
the
don't see me.
best.
I don't
Yep.
exist, I don't exist. I'm
Yeah.
invisible, I'm invisible. You know, I can sort of feel the fear and excitement when you
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
when
No, but
you
what's
told
what's
us about it.
interesting? You said that video you took, that was actually on one of the sites where
For beginners.
for beginners,
For
courses.
children.
Some mangrove side, yeah,
Right.
and, beginners like a confined water where the beginners, kids, snorkeler,
Can
and beginner students took course.
Yeah. So what about Indonesia? Can you tell us, name a few that safe sites for
yeah,
beginners to do?
99% in Indonesia, I can say it's considered safe as long as you don't go to the mangrove side.
So the mangrove side, you have to be careful. Okay.
I think so because
Right.
I think crocodile likes to be in mangrove, right?
All right. All right.
Crocodile.
But if you're
Yeah.
doing it on just the open sea, open
Yeah,
water,
yeah, it's fine.
It's-
I never read. Correct me if I'm wrong. I never read any news about in Indonesia Indonesian divers met crocodile underwater.
Okay.
I read some foreigners in Raja Ampat encountered crocodile and got bit.
Oh.
But it's also in mangrove and nighttime. So
No.
What was he thinking?
that I don't know. I might be wrong.
Okay.
It might be just a rumor, but we can look it up. Yeah. But for Indonesian, no, I never heard any.
This
We're
land
smarter.
is our land. It identifies to us. It's funny, right? But, see, the stories will continue, and Kirana will stay with us in the studio, so make sure you stay tuned on the CR News Show and see today.